Hi everyone, welcome back to Through Alchemy. So today we're gonna find out what are certain messages your spirit guides want to deliver to you. What does the universe want to tell you? We got 4 piles from left to right. Pause if you need a little longer. Pick the one which calls your name the most, and I'm gonna begin with pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. So if you chose this Selenite along with the card of Caterpillar, this is gonna be your reading. So we have number 4. This is a lot about stability. This is also the number of the Emperor in the tarot deck. I see over here with the Caterpillar card, this is a lot about it says opportunity, but I see the purples and the pinks over here. This is a very beautiful card. You are quite psychic. You're tapping into your deeper abilities. I see you really enjoying your own solitude at the moment. I see you understanding yourself. I see this is sort of like a snail growing from the lavender meadow. And I see that you are coming out of a phase of storming, a lot of clearing that the universe has been putting you through. And I see putting you through because it was very necessary. I hear your spirit guide saying it was very necessary. I sense a male spirit guide being around you, somebody that has been guiding you like a father figure. This could also be a father figure in heaven, somebody that could have passed away, or just a male figure that looks at you or takes care of you like a father figure. You connect with this guide a lot. You might know his name. And when I say it's a male, I do not mean it's particularly the gender, but it's that they embody a masculine energy towards you. This male guide is very protective over you. I feel like you're very familiar with it. I feel like there's a sense of familiarity when I'm talking to you. I see your guides trying to push you in a new arena of life, whether it be with certain things, whether it be with exploring yourself, whether it be with cleansing yourself. I'm getting an image of you cleaning up your room, your own sacred space. I see you indulging in a lot of aromatherapy, or this is something that they're guiding you to do. It's almost like you activate your senses farther more better with tapping into your senses. I say you tap into your senses? I'm getting semi-trance right now. Nevertheless, what I meant to say is that you tap better into your abilities by enlightening your senses, by provoking your senses. I see that you most definitely have a greater purpose to serve humanity. There's some sort of ability that you have, that you bring. You might yourself be a tarot reader, you might yourself be a medium. There's something especially about clairsentient. I see your nose being really sharp. I see you I see you enhancing your gifts by using aromatherapy, or this is something that they want to tell you. Especially I'm hearing cinnamon, jasmine. I'm also getting green apple. Somebody over here maybe really likes green apple vodka. Um, I also see your spirit guides encouraging you to enjoy life, whether it means that you want to, celebrate, drink, party, whatever it is. Your spirit guides see you as someone who has a good head over their shoulders. You know your limits. And I see them encouraging you to give yourself the treat and the freedom to let loose a little bit. I think that since you are someone since childhood who has always been the one taking care of other people around, it's like they finally want you to let loose because you're at a place where you have a good head over your shoulders. You are able to understand what's right and wrong, and you also have a good sense of responsibility. So you certainly I say that they want you to have fun at whatever age you are. I see that you chose the selenite, cleansing yourself. I think that you are a super empath. I see that you are very empathetic. You absorb energies around you very quick. I'm hearing generational pattern breaker. You are required to definitely work with this. I'm also seeing it's a yellow gem. I don't remember its name. It's a crystal. It's a yellow crystal. Okay, they're switching me to green aventurine now, and lapis lazuli. I hear Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. That could be prominent in your charts. I see you embodying a very humanitarian outlook, but also putting yourself away from drama. And this is something that they definitely encourage you with. Pile number one, I see your spirit guides being immensely proud of the progress that you've been making. I hear them saying it's okay that you're letting yourself loose. It's okay that you're doing mundane things. It's okay that you want to explore things that are not so quote unquote your routine. It's a lot about you coming out of the shell and experiencing a lot of things that you have always thought that you should not let loose. Like you've always sort of felt the responsible one, and your spirit guides are saying it's okay. We're responsible, we're taking care of you. You don't have to do so much. Okay, so we're gonna get a few tarot cards from your spirit guides and see what they want to say. I'm hearing metamorphosis, which is the butterfly coming out of a cocoon. I'm hearing something about planning and measures. All right. Pile number one, spirit guides, what message do you have for your sweet pile number one? Your spirit guides are so loving towards you. Like, they really love you. Pile number one. We have the hangman in reverse. We have the page of wands. We have the world in reverse. Eight of cups. Tower. Three of pentacles. Six of wands. Okay. Ten of wands. I did see the emperor. Bottom of the deck, page of swords reversed. Crowning energy is two of cups. Okay. I have a few pre-shuffle cards for you. So we have purity, patience, self-awareness. We have deeper awareness, feelings, luck. There's something weird, something missing. There's something that you're searching for in your life, is what I'm hearing. Life, energy, clarity. And we have forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. I most certainly see that the candle has really dimmed out as of now. There's some sort of life force that you're looking for, especially with the life, energy, and clarity card that we have over here. I see your spirit guides trying to help you to find something. There's a heart awakening within me. I am so connected with your energy. Pile number one, it's insane. Like, it's insane. It's literally insane. I feel like this is about your overall life, and I see your spirit guides covering you, protecting your aura. You have such a bright aura which radiates love. You are very empathetic. You have a very feminine energy to you, whether you're a man or a woman. You have bits of love to share with this world. There's, for some reason, your guides want you to forgive yourself for how you have not been able to protect yourself, whether it be from past partners, people, places, things, lovers, parents. I also see something relating to your parents, something about your mother figure as well. You're facing difficulty connecting with your mother figure. Um, Somebody that is like a mother to you or your mother. But I see a lot of your family members who have passed away to the other side being your spirit guides. They often, I hear them saying, they often encourage you to cook for yourself. You are an excellent cooker. At least you have this talent yet to figure out for yourself. You, I think that you make meals for yourself that are very taste oriented. Again, you have really heightened sensory organs. There's something specially about your taste buds, your smell. You feel things, you're an empath. You might really enjoy being in nature, of course, but there's also a sense of you really enjoying creating things with your hands. You're a herbalist. You know how certain people understand what type of quote unquote witch or warlock, or what abilities they have. This is getting eccentric, but I love the energy. I see you being a herbalist. I see you having a knack for treating yourself with natural methods. I don't think you like to partake too much into medicines. I see your spirit guides understanding this. I see your spirit guides encouraging you to enhance your abilities, to understand yourself. And because you're a true alchemist, they push you to do better. They definitely push you to understand your body better. I see a lot of Scorpio energy. You're very intense, okay? You feel things deeply, of course. This is a no bargain fact over here right now. So I see with the Hangman Tower in reverse, I see some sort of storm settling down in your life now. I see things settling down. Your spirit guides have been trying to tell you to take life easy. Whatever you've been going through now, things are going to sail smoothly for a while, at least, is what I'm hearing. Because you almost have a tendency to expect the worst because your life hasn't been the most easy. And one of the things I see over here is that they've been helping you to let down this burden of constantly expecting the worst, or expecting, like, when is the other storm gonna come around so that I can always stay on my guard. I don't think that you feel like you can rely upon somebody else to take care of you or handle your life burden. And I completely respect that, because I feel you, because you think that you can handle situations the best. And I believe you. Your spirit guides believe you. But they also want you to take the responsibility of letting down the burden when you see that it's not time to fight. It's not time to fight, it's time to sail smoothly. Your spirit guides are protecting you. I see them protecting you from a lot of negative entities. I think that you are a medium. From the other side also, you can channel a lot of negativity. You can talk to spirits. I think that as a child you used to be scared of spirits. Yeah, I see you being scared of spirits. There's something about a frog over here, and my guides are telling me to sort of check out a frog animal totem over here, because this is the only book that I have in hand. Number 85. The frog spirit appears to tell you to clean your house, prioritize what you need, get rid or give away the rest, so you can have some space in your day and head. You don't need the old stuff. Along with physical decluttering, some friendships kept long past their expiration date, weighing you down. Let go of unnecessary baggage. Now's the time to let go. I see, definitely, I did mention about cleaning up your house, because there's a reason why they want you to do this. I see there's nothing very major about your pile, which is refreshing, right? Sometimes you don't always want to hear about what you need to heal and what you need to do, right? Some things should be free flowing, and that's what your guides want you to understand. We have the card of purity, patience, and self awareness with the lotus. So now, when I used to be a Buddhism practitioner, I started off meditation through that chanting. Maybe your guides would like you to revisit your old ways of meditating, connecting with them, or it also could be a metaphor of them trying to explain to you how a Lotus Sutra is it grows in the mud, right? And it grows beautifully in the mud, and it's a lot about it not letting the negativity around it affect it, the dirt let it affect it, right? So I see them telling you to clean your space out, to clean. It'll help you clean and function better when you see tidiness around you, right? It will help you function better, because I feel like you're undermining, or you're forgetting how much quicker you walk in life if you have a clean surrounding. Okay, I feel like you are a creature of habit. Most humans are, but I see you. I'm hearing that quote, people living the same life for 72 days and calling it a life, like living the same routine. Your guys want you to switch up certain things. If you have certain clothes that you just wear every day, they're rugged out, they're worn out. If you have certain shoes, if you have certain jewelries that are stained, if you have clothes from your friends that you don't talk to, if you have certain things from people whose energies are in there, or you expect it, because I feel like you would definitely know whoever is still clogging your energetic aura. This is a lot about clean that out. I'm hearing clean that shit out, pile number 1. This will help you move forward in your life, wherever it is still keeping you stuck to those people, places, things, thoughts. Maybe it's things from your exes that you've kept as souvenirs, just like memorable things from your ex-partners, or certain things that are from your cousins that you don't talk to. Clean it out. They want you to take it out, and I get it, it can be emotional for you, but they're saying it's going to be good for you, because I see that you have a very Aquarian energy. And Aquarian, when I talk about it, I see a lot of humanitarian work. I see you climbing stairs of ladders that people from your past are not reaching there as of now. I see you needing to let them go. And what they want you to know, your spirit guides, is that they're not uprooting you from a place of comfort. just so that you can carry the same energies. You know what I'm trying to say? In the world card over here, we have two pieces of land from the earth being taken away, and there's a lot of smoke. A lot of things are not being revealed to you because they're protecting you from this. Because I think that you tend to overthink and you take a lot of things personally. And as considerate as they are, they don't want you to take the burden of other people's behaviors, so they're hiding a lot of things. And I don't mean it in a malicious way, where your spirit guides things you think you can't take it. But I see them. I feel like my throat chakra started scramming up. It almost tells me that it takes away from your authenticity. Like, you don't feel like being the lively person you are when you see how much um corruption there is in other people's behavior. You know what I'm saying? It sort of takes away from your own will to remain good, do good, and be the change that you want to see in the world, right? There's a higher purpose for you that they've been trying to deliver to you, that they've been trying to tell you that, a pile number one, we really want you to keep going. There's definitely something about you merging your masculine and feminine energies as of now. I'm hearing that you're tip top at it. You're really good with it. You know what to do. You've been sort of acing it. I feel like this is a really good energy that was started off the reading with. I see you having a really good intuitive energy, intuitive knowingness about your clairsentient gifts. I see you understanding things a lot better than you used to before. You have a lot of self-awareness. Definitely, we have awareness words twice over here, and I see that your guys definitely want to talk something about. You've been searching for a deeper meaning in life. It's almost like you go into this autopilot mode where you're like, I gotta go deep in my cave to understand myself. But your guides are saying, don't try to run away from living your life, because it will further drive you away from your purpose. The purpose will come along the journey. The harder you try to search it, the harder you'll drive yourself away from it. It'll take away from you being authentic to yourself. We have the Two of Pentacles. I'm taking it in upright. We have the King of Swords in reverse. Okay, we have Nine of Cups. I'll take that upright. One more. We need one more. Six of Swords, upright, reverse, reverse. King of Cups. I see one of the things that I would definitely like to say, coming from your spirit guides, is that you haven't let go of a certain person embodying a masculine energy in your life, who was particularly very selfish towards you. Now, that could be a father figure, that could also be an ex-partner, that could also be an energy within you, but I see it being outside you. And I see that this affects you and it makes you selfish towards the other person. I think this person was brutal towards their words, towards you with their words, or they just completely stopped talking to you. And I see you doing this to other people now. I see you calling it self-love, but ghosting other people. And your spirit guides want to look into this. I feel like I'm not able to speak. That is the reason why. It's like you stop talking to people because of what this person did to you. I see them saying that that's not you, pal number one. That's not you. You're doing this because you feel like it's okay to do it to other people. If there's something that you want to say to somebody, go ahead, say it. Spill your guts. Don't go back and forth. If there's something that bothers you, say it to them. You get it off your chest and forgive the person. Whether it's having a conversation about your past with your parents, or you still feel bothered about the way that you felt like you should be treated, or the amount of love that you deserved, the care that they couldn't give to you, or if it's towards a paternal figure. I kind of see this as you being frustrated with somebody who violated your boundaries or took you for granted. And I see you holding resentment towards it. Now, this I pick up an energy of this being quite recent. So I see you not being able to let go of it. And whatever reaction it is, I see your spirit guides encouraging you to speak about it to this person, whoever it is. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. And I also hear them saying that you should spend more time in sun. You need a little bit vitamin D. It would help you. Also, something about your hair. Maybe you haven't oiled your hair in a while. They need that nourishment. I'm seeing somebody putting a mask of yogurt and honey. I'm also hearing avocados. So whatever you do to take care of your hair, do that. I think some of you have been trying to work on the density of your hair, or just the volume and the length of your hair, and they're saying definitely keep going. It looks great on you. They're also saying that. And most often when we talk about hair, it's a lot about wisdom. So definitely you are expanding, and I see your third eye becoming clearer than ever. I see it becoming clearer. And you're also hitting a specific milestone in your life when it comes to your inner child healing, is also what I'm seeing. So before we conclude pile number one, I have a few advice cards for you. We have Dolphin Spirit, this and that are true. We have Love 28 and Sexuality. So I see with the number 20 over here, um, this and that are true. Dolphin Spirit. Dolphins are very intuitive, right? And they're emotionally intelligent as well. Something spirit is encouraging you with this situation, whichever male figure or this male energy has overstepped, or you feel like they have overstepped your boundaries, and you feel like a little violated, or you have resentment towards this person where you need forgiveness. I definitely feel like you should confront, because you have a teeny tiny issue with confrontation. I think that maybe your parent, one of your parent, when you confronted them with something that bothered you, they were very quick to manipulate and put the blame on you. And I feel like whenever somebody does you wrong, you're unable to voice out that opinion to the other person. Considering that you're going through something that's quite painful, Spirit wants you to understand that where there is darkness, there's also light. And in the darkness, you will find this understanding. You are very educated when it comes to yourself. You're very self-aware. So dive deep into why it hurts and what is actually bothering you that this person did. What part of you is pinching or was pricked by this person, considering it was already there. There was a residual of a wound already there that this person is showing you. Every person in our life is a mirror of ourselves. So if you don't understand completely yourself, you can look at this person. I feel like you would pick up on this energy. Nevertheless, I see something about you not being able to completely experience your sexuality because you feel like it's not very divinely. I see you having a little bit of conservative thoughts around experiencing your sexual nature, or this could also be body image issues, that you feel like you need to be in perfect shape before you can go out there and explore somebody, or let a lover or a person that you are with see you naked. And that's honestly very straightforward. And hey, there's no judgment in this. This is a part of our body, and this is the suit that we're wearing, right? So I feel like this is a lot about self-acceptance and feeling confident in however you are. However you are. Pile number one. Your spirit guides are saying you are beautiful and you have an amazing body. So you should not be afraid to flaunt it. Wear however you want to wear clothes. Dress it however you want to dress it. And of course, be able to experience your sexual nature as well, because that is also a part of experience of your incarnation as a human. Okay, so pile number one, I'm going to leave it here. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated, and I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye. Hello, pile number two. If you chose this rose quartz along with the card of hollow bone, teachability number 28, this is going to be a reading. So You chose the card of Hollow Bone. This is a lot about understanding another person's perspective as well. I see your spirit guides trying to communicate to you to let down your guard and hear out somebody else as well. This could relate to some situation, and I see it being somebody close to you. I see this situation being on thin ice. I see an iceberg, and I see that whenever you see an iceberg, there's just a tip of it, but there's a huge, there's a huge body of water underneath it, right? And this just gives me the idea that there's a lot that you are not putting in consideration when it comes to a particular situation. I feel like immediately your guide's telling me that you know what situation this is. If you chose this pile, this is a lot about you having humility and reducing a little less of your ego. I see that you chose this rose quartz, especially in the heart shape. This is a matter that deeply bothers you as well. And I hear Spirit saying that this is a matter that deeply bothers the other person as well. You probably have a habit or a tendency. Spirit corrected me. Your guides are telling me that you have a habit of stonewalling people, not listening them out. And I see them softening it up and telling me that you feel rejected when certain things don't go your way. Almost gives me that meme that I see circling around, which is like when the conversation, it doesn't go according to how it went in my head. It's almost like you have expectations, or you put other people on pedestals, because you have perfectionist tendencies and you expect the other person to be completely perfect. But when a moment happens where you have a mundane moment of argument or disagreements, you tend to completely shut out the other person because they broke your expectations of what they did not show you, but what you build an imagination of in your head. I see you being really sensitive. I see you being empathetic. I see you having a huge heart, but I see you not using this heart. It almost makes me question, and your guides question, or almost make you consider. I feel like they've been trying to make you introspect on the fact that what's the point of having a heart if you're not using it? I feel like you bail on situations, you don't think about it before you react, and it's because you don't want to be rejected, so you reject the situation yourself. I see this being a pattern that your spirit guides are trying to help you come out of because you're scared of rejection. You don't talk to another person about what it is. You automatically come to conclusions yourself. You jump the gun. You jump the gun is what I'm hearing, because your guides are telling me to take out the tarot, but it's like my energy is more like, no, I want to prove my point. I want to say how I feel. That's your energy. I'm hearing explosions. So you probably burst out because you keep a lid on your emotions a lot of times, and then you just completely burst out. And it's coming from a mother figure who didn't give you the space to be emotional. I see your I see your family background being filled with emotional volatile behaviors, and your parents did not have a good relationship, or there was a lack of harmony in the household. So considering your mother was the one who used to take all the space to be emotional, and I feel that's okay, but it didn't give you as a child the space to express your emotions, because it was a lot about considering how your parents are feeling, or especially around this mother figure. So let's see, what do we have from your guides? We have the Justice. We have Five of Wands in reverse. The Lovers in reverse. I'm hearing something about narcotics, so maybe you have a drug addiction. The Star in reverse, the Hermit upright reverse. Reverse. Okay, we need a little bit more space here. High Priestess, upright in the middle. Six of Cups, upright. The Devil, upright. Three of Swords, reverse. Page of Pentacles, reverse. Bottom of the deck, I see the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. Okay. I have a few pre-shuffled cards over here. So we have Independence, Curiosity, Exploration. Self-confidence, leader, power. Slowing down, pacing yourself. I have two cards from this deck. I forgot the name. Rest and relaxation is essential. We have a fundamental need to take a break. True love. This love is once in a lifetime. Okay. We have a lot of major arcanas. Okay, possible signs I see is Libra, Gemini, Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and what is this? Virgo. Yeah. I definitely see this revolving around a mother figure since we had the card of Queen of Pentacles. This is a mother figure or a caretaker, somebody who manages the house, especially somebody who has been controlling of your money is also what I see. Your mother figure, this could be a wife as well, or somebody that is a prominent female in your life. I specifically hear from Spirit, this is a mother figure. I see with the Star and the Six of Cups, stars in reverse. There are certain things from your childhood you wanted to do. I see certain talents. I see certain sports. Athletics, you might be quite good in that and you stopped pursuing them because maybe your mother figure thought that this is not something you should spend your time doing in. It's almost like you are I immediately heard that you are somebody that is quite philosophical. You take interests in mythologies. You really like studying about your origin, your religion, whatever it is. I see you overall being a very curious soul. And I see your parents not exactly nurturing that part of you, which comes from a spiritual level. And I see you in your early ages of life. Now, you, whatever age you are right now, seems pretty much in adulthood. I see you trying to dig up that box of memories or certain things that remind you of things you used to do or spark your childhood, and you still try to push it away because you have a very fortified perception of your personality today, as of today. So I see you fighting with your own self most of the time because you have certain people pleasing tendencies. And I'm sorry if that's triggering, but that is how you grow. Okay, so bear with me, because I'm going to be very honest with what I hear from your guides telling me, with what I see over here. I see three really magnificent animal totems. We have the cat, the bear, and the turtle. All are very resourceful. The thing that's very common in all of them, they're very resourceful. Especially the bear. The bear resonates with the hermit energy, something that your spirit guides have been trying to pull you into, or the universe, is to slow down because they want you to understand where you're going. I'm seeing the constellations. I see you being very interested in cosmetology, astrology, planetary locations. I see you being very intrigued, and this is something that you have been studying from many past lives. You are this philosophical because you have a great relationship with the nature, especially things that are up in the sky, is what I see. So I also get the image of you. I see an ancient version of your soul being very intrigued by telescopes. You might have been very fond of it as a child. I also see a magnifying glass um, being magnified into a paper through the rays of sun, and you burning the paper. You are very, very intrigued by the natural elements of life. I see you being a water body as well. You probably really like to swim, or you're a very emotional person deep down. We do have the lovers in reverse with the high priestess in the middle. This tells me that there are dual natures to you. There's a dualistic nature to you with the lovers Gemini energy. You are very intelligent. I would definitely add that over here with the star. um, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, these are air signs, very intellectual, very cerebral, excuse me. But I also see you trying to avoid the physical part of your reality, almost like certain times you have escapism tendencies, and I see that relating with maybe the narcotics that I heard before. Maybe you have a drug addiction, that you try to avoid your physical circumstances because maybe you still live with your mother, or I just see a mother figure being overly indulgent in your life, not letting you be the person you want to be. And whereas that was okay as a child, she probably felt the need to take care of you. I completely understand. But as an adult, it doesn't give you the space to be the man or the woman you need to be. And for some reason, I pick up a very masculine energy from you. I see you as being someone who um, operates a little bit out of femininity. And I see a specific love interest in your life that is. Um, uh, okay, so your guides are saying that they are probably this person, whoever you've attracted, is the opposite of your mother. This person is self-reliant. This person allows you to be who you want to be. This person also is very resourceful with their money. I see an emphasis over here, this person not requiring your money, and that is one thing that you feel insecure about, because this person is not controlling in the way your mother has been, and it's a new kind of scare to you because you're like, okay, this is very unknown to me. How am I supposed to feel love if this person is not codependent on me? You get what I'm saying? So what your guides are trying to tell you is that allow yourself to step into a new arena. I see if this is a past person that you have some beef with, some disagreement with, some sort of quarrel, something that's off, it's coming from a mother wound. You are behaving like your mother towards this person. So maybe you try to coerce this person, maybe you sweet talk this person, maybe you say or promise a lot of things that you don't mean, maybe you say things in the meaning in the moment that you don't mean, and this person is not appreciative of this because this person is also intuitive. I see this also being a possibility of your future spouse being like this. I see your guides saying that you will not attract somebody that is like your mother figure. Whereas that can be scary, but I see it being kind of a relief to you. I see it being a good measure, right? Them saying this to you is a good thing because it's gonna mean that in the future you're not gonna be this person. You're gonna have healed through these wounds, right? With the Three of Swords in reverse and the Justice, I see you navigating through these wounds. I see you navigating. I see that your mother figure, and I say it in the most respectful form, but your mother figure has a habit of baiting you into things, sweet talking, and then not actually living up to it when the deed is done or whatever she needed through you. So this is a lot about external validation that you try to get. And I see this almost coercing your spirit, your spiritual nature. I also see a lack of acceptance in you for your own spiritual nature, because you don't get the space to be the man or woman you want to be. I get a very masculine energy, or this is what you embody, because you try to submerge into your masculinity to avoid your femininity. You dismiss your feminine energy. So I feel like why you dismiss your feminine nature is because you've seen in your own family dynamic how that femininity or emotions are dismissed, they're not regarded. So this brings a little bit of toxic egotistical nature within you that your spirit guides have been telling you to heal. Yeah, that's pretty much what I see over here, because it stops you from embracing the spiritual aspect of you, which flourishes and is acknowledged through your femininity, is what precisely they're trying to deliver. So before we conclude pile number 2, I have a few advice cards for you. We have Eagle Spirit. Spirit has your back. Home. And take off your mask. I see this advice being very straight to the point for you, pile number 2. This is a very healing message for you. I see you always being on eggshells at home because you feel like you can't be yourself. You can't express if something's bothering you, and you don't have to do that. You don't have to be the good child, quote unquote, okay? You're allowed to say things that bother you because you're being true to yourself. You're allowed to be philosophical. You're allowed to embrace your spiritual nature. I feel you discovering this more deeply than ever today. And I also see a message apart from this, that because you feel safe maybe around people that are codependent, you tend to attract people like that. But I see this new love in your life coming in, or somebody that you already recognize, you would know of it. I'm hearing from your guides, either you know or they will be bringing this in, because your guides truly love you. They want the best for you, and they're there for you, right? That's why they're your guides. I see the universe telling you that if this person is already there, you certain times provoke them to behave like your mother because that is the way you feel loved. So you like when this person nags, or when this person leaves you, or when this person doesn't allow you to be yourself. And one way to heal this is that you stop wanting to be loved in that way. You look inside yourself what craves this sort of unhealthy attachment to feel loved. Okay, there's a mechanism in you which wants to be loved, which is not unhealthy for you. I hear self-esteem issues. You probably are used to maybe your mother figure criticizing you or degrading you, and this is something I hear that you need to heal. You need to love yourself so that you do not tolerate this from anybody else in your life. And I see this being said and done by when you start accepting yourself for who you are. Let yourself feel the emotions, let yourself feel the aggression that you have towards your family members for your childhood, for not being treated right or loved or nurtured exactly how you want it to be. I see you having a very heightened intuition. Your third eye is pretty popping. I see that. Yeah, and I just see an encouragement for you to use your third eye and connect with your guides in nature, especially through water, salt baths, or I see you walking in nature, grounding. Right? So, pile number two, I'm going to leave it here. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated, and I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye. Hello, pile number three. If you chose this Denditric Agate, along with the card of Falling Angel, Spiritual Narcolepsy, number 19, that adds up to 10, 1. It's very interesting that we have the card of, we have the stone Denditric, raw agate. This is a stone which is beneficial for peaceful environments, also being in the moment. And I see this being in contradiction with the card that you have over here. Falling angel, spiritual narcolepsy means sort of like losing track of your direction, falling out of alignment, and it's almost like drifting apart from your alignment, which is very consciously driven. I see this card being as a sort of warning from your spirit guides that you are either in a lot of bad influence, or I see this being as somebody that you are becoming. I heard the word imitation, so there's some sort of mimicry that you're taking part in which is not you. Now when we talk about the word mimicking, it's a lot about not being authentic, right? You're trying to imitate something else, you're being somebody that you're not. And this is what your spirit guides have been trying to tell you, or at least trying to communicate to you today through this reading. I get the energy of you wanting to completely close off this reading and not listen to it, because it feels annoying. It feels like you just want to rush out, you want to go out, you want to continue doing whatever you know is not good for you. I see you falling off balance. I again heard the word imitation. You're trying to push yourself to be in a crowd that is not like you. Now that could be a mass on a mass relativity, or it could also be that you're just generally hanging out with people that are not like you. Now this card could also talk about being around your birth parents, family members that you know are not good for you. I'm hearing do not drink poison just because you feel thirsty. I believe you're doing this out of self-esteem issues. I believe that you were progressing, and suddenly something really shook you. I see a breakup or some relationship that was really close to your heart falling apart, and it made you feel, quote unquote, like a failure. It triggered a rejection wound within you that makes you feel like you're not good enough to be this divinely guided angel. Because I see your guides telling me that you are very vocal, you have strong opinions, you are somebody that is a truth speaker. And I believe for some reason you're becoming a storyteller. You're misusing your vocal essence because you're really good with words. I see you misusing something that is a gift from divine to you to get what you want in a more quicker stance than you know how it would take to be, say, per se, do things the right way. You want shortcuts. Yeah, I see this coming through. As of now, we're gonna get a few tarot cards. Pile number 3. You might be having digestive issues, slow bowel movement. I see this being very related to your solar plexus because something has really taken a hit on your self-esteem. We have the card of Wheel of Fortune. I see it coming in reverse. Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. King of Swords, upright. Reverse, okay. Temperance in reverse. The World. Fool upright. Ace of Cups reverse. Four of Cups. I want to see this card. Four of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we see the Hermit in reverse and, okay, Four of Wands. You have the King of Wands, okay. I have a few pre-shuffled cards over here. Protecting, dreaming, childhood. Healing, transformation, life changes. And protection, sharing, friendliness. We have the card of practice, compassion, see things from a fresh perspective. I see a lot of pentacle energy. You could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I see Sagittarius. I see Scorpio, Aries, Leo. I'm getting a lot of Saturn energy and also Jupiter, big planets. I see you going through a very transformative phase in your life, which is not easy on you. As much as your guides empathize with it, I see them giving you a lot of tough love. Because there's something, I'm particularly I hear them saying something that you messed up. You made a mistake or something fell apart. I see you making a mistake. And I particularly see you acting a little bit out of spite towards someone. Whereas making a mistake, I hear, is okay. But going along with it and acting like you didn't do something wrong or trying to repair it or trying to at least take accountability for it is wrong. And I don't mean it in a way where your guides are trying to make this heavier for you than it already has been, to accept the truth. But I see them telling you, face it. I just hear them saying, my child, face it. They genuinely care, just like every atom in the universe cares about your growing maturity. But this is somewhere where you have to take accountability for what you did. And I see you doing something that you know was a misfortunate act. You did it out of spite. You did something that was not good for you or for the other person at the receiving end. If this is not a particular situation, which I feel like could be a romantic relationship where you probably betrayed someone or you were not being honest to your nature towards them, you probably got this person's hopes high, or it could have been done to you. However it resonates, okay, there's a lot of alternate scenarios that I'm picking up over here. Or I see another possibility of this being you going off track and knowing it's a mistake and still continuing doing it. I see more of a resemblance coming towards a person that you did not have compassion towards, or you refused to have compassion. With the Four of Cups, I see somebody being, I'd say, being bratty about the situation. It's almost like you threw a tantrum and the other person did not have it. And this person was like, I'm out of the situation, or this person definitely refused to cooperate with that behavior or that coping mechanism that you have of resolving things. And I see you going off track and doing things you shouldn't. Now, maybe you're too much getting into alcoholism, or maybe you are partying too much. You're spending too much time. You're being frivolous with your energy, which is very pure. You're polluting something that was getting cleared. It's almost like you've taken 2 steps back in your journey. And this is not something to make you feel like all is lost. This means that still there's a lot that you can do to come back to the path than you might be if you continue doing this for 2-3 months more. You don't always have to go and get redemption from the person which this communication or interaction happened with, but it's something going to be very specific. I feel like because on a general level it's going to be a little vague, but it's almost like right your wrongs, whether it is just in your own sphere. And I see this energy coming from a dysfunctional family pattern where you weren't taught how to apologize for your mistakes. It's almost like put a blanket over it and let's walk on it. Let's just forget about it. Let's not deal with it. Almost like the scenario where somebody made a mistake in your house or somebody hurt you, and then maybe possibly your parents, and then the next day they just wake up and they serve you a plate of food and they're like, okay, things are okay, I'm serving you food. But there's no accountability for what I did wrong. And since there is no accountability, there is no improvement in behavior. Thus, there's a repetitive pattern that keeps playing out. So I just particularly see your guides asking you to heal from it, whether it counts in talking to the person, having a confrontational conversation, accepting your mistake to yourself. I see it about being reciprocity. Maybe this person also hurt you. This is also about you vocalizing your feelings, how you felt. It's not to justify your behavior, but it's also to make the other person understand why you felt the way you felt and what provoked you to act in a way you felt entitled to act. Okay, I feel like this would also lead to a deeper intimacy in your relationship with this person, where I see it being quite vital over here. I see you being quite sentimental about this situation. I see this definitely affecting you on an emotional sphere, because this will bring back a few childhood memories. But I see your guides saying this is important. This is important for you to face this so that you can heal from the environment you have been brought up in, so that you don't repeat it for yourself. This is a lot about for yourself, pile number 3. I feel like you're quite drained, or the situation makes you feel quite drained on a mental level as well, because you think of ways to escape the confrontation or accountability without actually taking it. That's exactly how you will not heal from it. You want a shortcut for it, but there isn't any. You have to take the right route to heal the situation for yourself, firstly and rightfully. So before we conclude, I have a few advice cards. We have the Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter. 28, we have selling out, and we have the card of beauty. I see this being about self-depreciating talks. Do not depreciate when it comes to maybe apologizing or even wanting to be apologized to if it fits in the situation. If you feel violated of your own boundary, that's completely okay to ask I see you asking for forgiveness, and I also see this being returned to you, where the but other person understands your point of view. I see you connecting with somebody that is quite mature or will be able to understand, and I don't see this particularly being in reference with your parents, but it is something that stems from your childhood, something that you need to purge, something that you probably will have to cry a little bit about, and that's completely okay, because you will heal from the situation. I see this being an assertive measure from your guides. Do not choose fear again. Be a little brave for yourself, love yourself a little more so that you can heal, so that you can lower your guard down, so that you don't feel egotistical about owning up to your own mistakes. All right, pile number 3, I'm going to leave it here. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated, and I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye. Hello, pile number 4. If you chose this rainbow moonstone along with the card of overflow, overwhelm, and plenty, this card, despite the description, it gives me the energy of relaxing, things that have been draining you. I see you being around a lot of lower vibrations. I feel like you are emerging into this new form of yourself, which is quite different than it has been. Um, and I see you tapping more into your empathetic nature. You're becoming more purer within yourself. You're a far more better version of yourself than you were a year ago. Um, and I specifically see you trying to make things happen despite of no matter how difficult it seems. There's something that you really want to achieve in life, and I see you definitely diving into it, but also overburdening yourself. It's like you're putting so much pressure on yourself to achieve it. um, you're lacking that patience in the moment. You're lacking patience to also let the universe help you, guide you through it. I see certain people being around you that don't support your purpose anymore. I see you still having to understand how to discern between certain lower vibrations, because now that you are becoming of your own light, you generate power from within. You don't really rely upon codependencies. You're becoming more self-confident. This crystal of rainbow moonstone is also about self-confidence, solar plexus. You're releasing a lot of blockages that were from your childhood, that are helping you become a powerhouse of your own self. 43-7 is a very divine number. I see most definitely you being a flame, a light to other people, especially in your peer influence. But I also see your guides trying to protect you from a lot of people trying to take advantage of your loving energy, because you're embracing your divine nature. I hear something about your psychic abilities as well. So let's get the messages out. Alright. So we have the King of Wands in reverse, the Sun in reverse, yeah, in reverse. We have Queen of Swords upright, Knight of Swords in reverse, King of Cups upright, the Empress upright. Very nice. Bottom of the deck, I see Five of Pentacles in reverse and the World in reverse. I'm hearing healing abandonment wounds. I see you leaving behind certain addictions that used to really drain you. For the pre-shuffle cards, we have Death, Rebirth, a symbol of the feminine. Danger, Warning, Guidance. Time, Power, Divinity. And we have Be in the Present and Dream of the Future. Possible signs, I see Taurus, Aries, Leo, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Scorpio. I sense a lot of Pluto energy. I see your guides recommending you to spend time in solitude, excuse me. Something very intriguing about the Empress over her head. She has a nest over her head which looks like a beret, and she's birthing a flower. I see your guides definitely asking you to have better boundaries when it comes to certain people in your life, because I see a lot of people being drawn to you at this time which are not of light. These are people that are quote unquote energetic vampires because they can't generate that love from within. And what really happens with those people is that they have codependencies, they have addictions, they basically look for temporary gratification to feel lively. And since now that you are becoming more courageous because you're sparking yourself from a heart-centered place, you're connecting yourself with the source, you're connecting with your divinity. I see very heavy energies, very powerful energies. Pile number 4, your guides are saying something about a sunscreen. I think the metaphorical sense of sunscreen would be definitely protect yourself from negativity, right? I see that because we have the card of overflow, you're very empathetic, you're clairsentient, clairvoyant. I see the purple color over here, so I see that you are being guided to protect yourself from a lot of people trying to take more than it's required from you, right? Excessive people that try to talk to you on phone calls, try to text you all the time, gossip with you, like basically do skittish things that are of no produce, no harvest, passing time, basically people who don't have much aim. These people are very drawn towards you. They don't know their purpose. They try to tag along with other people. They like to loiter around, is almost what I'm getting. And your guides want you to be more discerning of the kind of people that you are being embracive of in your life, what kind of energies you're keeping around. um Considering we have the Leo in reverse in the Empress, you are really feeding yourself as of now, you're really helping yourself. And we have the Lighthouse over here, which is beaming light. This is what I said, you being the flame, and these people being a moth to a flame, right? The people are very drawn to you, they just want a taste of you. I get a lot of people trying to be very sexual towards you as well, and there's something also your guides are saying. Oh, wow, they have a very high emphasis on your sexual demeanor. Maybe you are experiencing sexuality right now, you're understanding yourself. I hear them say that you can explore your sexuality through different ways as well, being creative, expression, self-expression. There's something about arts and craft or recycling. There's something about being creative with your energy rather than just disposing it off sexually, is what I'm hearing. I see you using this energy also for manifestation. We have the Sun and the Sun both in these two cards. Um, I see that your guides, especially with the card of be, dream, and dream, be in the present, excuse me, dream of the future. We dream everything is possible. I see them telling you that you are really healing your feminine energy as of now, especially from a lot of childhood wounds that you have from a mother figure, or maybe just that you weren't nurtured. And I see you healing your root chakra and you're becoming more stable from within, less impulsive. I see you becoming more boundary oriented rather than defenses oriented. And that's something that they're very proud of. They're seeing your transition. They've always been there with you. I see your guides been protecting you since you were a little child from all those unfortunate circumstances that you don't understand how you got saved from. And you were like, yes, thank you, divine, thank you, God, thank you, higher power, whichever you believe in, for saving me from accidents, unfortunate incidents, from certain people that you furthermore down your journey realized how detrimental they would have been to your health. This is just, your guys showing you that they appreciate you, offering a token of appreciation through this reading, that they want to let you know that they really care and they want you to learn to take care of yourself better now, since you are understanding your own value, you're understanding you are very divine. This moonstone, especially you chose it in the heart shape, is a lot about you being, I heard the word culprit. So I see that if you certain times get tagged along in, bad influences, and you get stuck in situations where people put the blame on you, or where you try to defend somebody at home and the burden of weight just turns over you or something, don't pick up on other people's karma. Let them deal with their own shit. If there's a fight going on in your house, if there's a disagreement going on around in your peer group, just let it be. It's I hear your guys saying don't try to be the hero for everyone. Stay in your lane is what I'm hearing. Stay in your lane. Mind your own business and have good boundaries and understand what needs your attention and what doesn't. Choose your battles wisely. I get an energy that you need to start being a little bit more aloof. You grant your energy so freely to other people where you shouldn't. Yeah, that's pretty much what I see. Understand the difference between having a fun time and overly pouring out into other people. You should definitely try to talk to your guides or just communicate better with yourself through meditation so that you understand what's right and wrong. Because you are a little vulnerable, sensitive, or fragile at this moment, and you get carried along. You get carried along with people. And that's completely okay because you're understanding what serves you and what doesn't. Yeah, that was the confirmation, that honk. You're understanding that. But don't forget to give time to yourself, is what I'm seeing. Right, pile number 4, we're going to conclude this with a few advice cards for you. We have the Panther Spirit, Reclaim Your Power, Temptation, number 19, and Self Love. I see your guides trying to warn you from people that try to seduce you, and I do mean it with a sexual innuendo. People that try to entrap you. You might be quite good looking, or your energy is really yummy, is what I see. I get this being more where it's not in a way where they're saying you're not physically attractive, but your energy is something that people really feed off. They really like it. They feel energized after they get intimate with you, or even if they spend time with you when it's platonic. So you have to be more understanding and discerning of your light, so that you don't just get drained. I feel like with this Panther Spirit, this is such a gorgeous card. Um, 44 adds up to 8, again a karmic number. 24, 6, 9, 10. Okay, Number four. So this is a lot about number four is the Empress. We have 40 here as well. Number four, three. This is a lot about balancing yourself out and understanding boundaries. You need to place better boundaries, and especially people that you are having sexual intercourse with. I just get an image that you're a very yummy person, and I mean it in an energetic sense. You're a treat, and people would want to have you. Many people would want to experience you, but you have to see who's worth that experience that can also make you feel um, energized, right? Where you feel nice after that energetic exchange and even conversations. What's worth your time? Excuse me. I also see this about money. Maybe people get attracted to you for your money. So you need to place good boundaries. Again, I think I've said that 20 times. But that's exactly what they want to say, okay? Getting something about your clothing sense. Maybe you feel a little um, like you're not in good shape and you want to dress a certain way, but you don't. But your guides are saying you look good, be more confident, okay? This is also a part of healing from your childhood trauma. Maybe you were of a specific body shape that you were teased upon or bullied about, and you don't have to feel that way, okay? You should be confident in your adulthood to dress up exactly how you want to. And this is also part of, self expression. Reclaim back your power of how you exactly want to live your life. Right, pile number four, I'm going to leave it here. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon. So you know whenever I upload next, let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. And I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye.